Hello and welcome to today's video. If you're new to the channel, my name's Emma. I'm an illustrator based in Sheffield and these are my daily-ish vlogs. First things first, I need to tidy the studio. Now let's mess it all up again. So I've got a little project that I'm kind of working on in the background. I'll tell you about it very soon. But first I want to experiment with some things which involves, I know it's very cryptic, but it involves splodging some paint around. So let's do that first and then I'll reveal what my little project is later on. Okay, so while they're on the side drying, I'm going to continue doing what I was doing the other day, which is finally using up these expensive watercolour sketchbooks that I bought years ago. And because they're expensive, I never wanted to use them because I thought my work was never good enough to go in the pages of an expensive sketchbook. Do you know what I mean? So I've got loads of pages left. So this is a Moleskine one. All of these were left. I started it in 2019 and I did like 3 pages and then got two, what's the word? I don't know. I felt like my sketching process wasn't, I don't know, important enough to be drawing in an expensive sketchbook. So now I sketch in cheap sketchbooks. These are the Jackson Studio sketchbooks from Jackson's, obviously. I'll pop a link to these in the video description. I do have an affiliate link which will get you 10% off your first order with Jackson's. There's no obligation. They didn't approach me. I was already using Jackson's and I saw they had an affiliate link. But it'll get you 10% off your first order, and every purchase that I direct to Jackson's through my link, whether you're new or a returning customer of Jackson's, will get me about 5% back on every order. So it'll help me eventually to buy new materials, but no obligation, but I just thought I'd mention it. So now I use cheap sketchbooks. If you saw one of my previous videos, whenever it was, you will have seen me talk about this. But now I use cheap sketchbooks. So I capture more life, but I feel like these are still languishing in my cupboard. And I still feel that if I take an expensive sketchbook out, I probably won't sketch as much. The pressure to kind of, I don't know, the pounds per page or the pennies per page is a lot more on something like this than it is on something like this. So that pressure to kind of, it's got to be right, might start creeping back. But what I can start doing is working up these things, these images. It's very bright. There we go. Working up these images into something a bit more finished, but still a quick sketch. I'm not, this isn't for finished illustrations. This is for trying to bridge the gap, like starting to add colour, starting to spend time working on things I've already got an idea for, and trying to not tidy the life out of it. So I'm trying to keep my sketchy element in there. These are what I've already done. So I've done that one, that was from a sketch. I'm just bringing colour, I'm bringing colour and my sketches together. And it's a good way just to get these used up, good practice. So there's another little kid that I drew. And then just very quick of Rolly. And that's all I've got so far, which is new. So I'm just going to go through and very quick, in a kind of time sketch vibe, put some, like rework some rougher sketches in this, still in a kind of rough style. But yeah, let's see what we get. It's all good practice, whether I get anything amazing or not. So that's what I've ended up with. Is it perfect? No. Is it better than nothing? Yeah. So my aim with this is to try and, I suppose make more of a kind of illustrative, stylized version of what is essentially an observational sketch. This little boy was a child outside a cafe that I saw and I drew. So thinking in terms of children's book illustration, I want to get used to practicing making a full scene out of something, or like a partial scene, and just start thinking more about the colours and, I don't know, the placement. And so for example, on this one, I've deliberately made the character brighter than the background. The background's fairly neutral, fairly muted, and that's to draw attention to the character. Whereas obviously this one is all monotone because I drew it in one colour pencil. It's all good practice. I'm not by any means thinking these are finished pieces, even though I do really like them, and I wouldn't be upset to push that in as a, well, if not a finished piece, definitely a first draft of a finished piece. It's more to get me practiced at doing stuff like this without it being the time when I'm sitting down to do a finished piece. So I'm trying to kind of get the muscle memory of working up an illustration without the pressure of it having to be a deadline. I've got this is a project now. I'm working up a deadline. So I'm trying to kind of sneak in on the productivity again by the side door. And that's what I'm going to have these watercolour sketchbooks for. They're going to be studio-based work using my observational sketchbooks to work stuff up. So this is the little secret project that I was talking about before. It's an idea I've got as a way to not only help me buy new art supplies, but as a way to not waste these little pencil stubs that come from the end of my sketching day or whatever. When I get to the end of a pencil, some of them are quite small. I've been keeping them, basically. I've been keeping them because I don't like waste and they're just so cute. So I had an idea to make them into a little badge, and I thought some of you guys might like them too. I'm hand making the backers because they're going to come in really small batches. So I'm thinking of doing launches on my website, and I'll be selling them through embersandink.co.uk because that's my small business. Stay tuned because I will be letting you know when that first batch will drop on my website. And like I said, they come in such small batches that there's only a few available. But I thought some of you might be interested in them. This is my little prototype. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm wearing this wherever I go and making sure that it is robust enough and that the pencil doesn't fall off. So I am doing some rigorous product testing for you. But I thought that was a really cute idea. I like the backer, and any that don't sell on the first drop of the website will probably go to the Sheffield Makers Shop, where I also sell some of my stuff, or markets. So I hope you like it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I just thought it was a really nice way to not waste the end of a pencil. And you can also have this as an emergency pencil wherever you go, because it is a pencil, it is completely usable. So, you know, if you get the urge to do some sketching and you are out without your sketchbook, goodness forbid, you can grab a bit of paper and your badge So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the video comments. I'll be really interested to hear your thoughts. Like I said, it's just an idea at this point, but stay tuned and I'll let you know when they do drop on my website. So this is where I'm going to leave today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like or a comment or both. And if you're not already subscribed, why not consider subscribing? No obligation. No obligation to any of those, just so you know. But I'm going to leave this here and I'm going to catch you, hopefully, in the next video. So until then, bye.